kama utani mtoto kanipea namba. Kanipea namba. Kinamba namba, kinamba namba, kinamba namba, kinamba kinamba namba, 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 kinamba namba. Namba moja, namba mbili, namba tatu, namba nne, namba tano, namba sita, namba saba, namba nane. Namba moja, namba mbili, namba tatu, namba nne, namba tano, namba sita, namba saba, namba nane. Namba moja, namba mbili, namba tatu, namba nne, namba tano, namba sita, namba saba, namba nane. Namba moja, namba mbili, namba tatu, namba nne, namba tano, namba sita, namba saba, namba nane.
Africa's very own think tank. This is Channel Africa Online. www.channelafrica.co.za.
Remix. Mr. Flavor Valley Dance Hard. And a shower remix. You know. What you gonna continue? Alcohol. No things about it. All the girls there. Yeah. Give me that. Hey. How you doing, man? Baby fire they go. All the boys sit down colo and they want some poro potom potom tom. She con the pion 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 pion. Waka waka baby, uru uru baby, kona kona baby. And I go tell my mama, and I go tell my papa, and I go tell am say, you be waka waka baby, you be chuku chuku baby, baby sawale, sawa sawa sawale, sawa sawa sawale. Hey, pom pom, iporokotom, ipom pom, iporokotom, ipom pom, iporokotom, ipom pom, iporokotom. Pakolopa, 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 ipom pom. Ojari papa, ukuma baby, achukurege, ipom pom. Ashawo, awusha, awusha, ashawo, ashawo, awusha, pom pom. Pom pom. And the baby sawa lele, sawa le, sawa 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 le. Hey, my baby, let me feel it. My baby, let me feel it. My baby, let me feel it. Let me feel it. My baby, 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 I wanna feel it. Lahi lahi ilala, aboki manu where the suya. Aki aki alcohol. Me I want to chop money. I get them plenty plenty plenty. Looking for sexy sexy sexy. I want some poro potom potom pom. She con the pion 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 pion. Waka waka baby, uru uru baby, kona kona baby. And I go tell my mama, and I go tell my papa, and I go tell am say, you be waka waka baby, you be chuku chuku baby, baby sawale, sawa sawa sawale, sawa sawa sawale. Pom pom, iporokotom, ipom pom, iporokotom, ipom pom, iporokotom, ipom pom, iporokotom. Pakolopa, 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 ipom pom. Ojari papa, ukuma baby, kurege, pom pom, ashawo, awusha, awusha, ashawo, ashawo, awusha, pom pom, pom pom. And the baby sawa lele, sawa le, sawa 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 le.
Mix Vibration sur Channel Africa.
Révérend Docteur Alain.
Je suis content, très heureux d'être de la partie ce soir et bonjour à tous nos auditeurs.
Je rappelle que pour les intimes, il vous appelle bien sûr BMB. Aujourd'hui, nous parlons courage sur Mix Vibration. Comment définissez-vous le terme courageux?
Ça vient du latin corps, qui veut tout simplement exprimer la bravoure, la force de l'âme ou encore la virilité, le héroïsme que quelqu'un peut avoir en face de difficultés, en face de problèmes, en face de défis.
Mix Vibration, tous les dimanches de 18h à 19h, temps universel.
Africa Update on Channel Africa.
Over 35 organizations are expected to converge at the union buildings in Pretoria over illegal immigrants in South Africa. They say South Africa is facing a myriad of challenges and that foreign nationals are worsening the situation. Yes, Khutato, just take us through the main aims of the march, what you're hoping to get from them.
So we are basically saying to the President of the Republic of South Africa, illegal immigration is a pandemic. Implement the laws. It's not that we don't have these laws. How many people are being human trafficked? How many people are being hijacked? Our schools are full. Our hospitals are full. And it's almost as if we're carrying the burdens of the entire Africa at the expense of South Africans. And we are basically saying enough is enough. We want the President of the Republic of South Africa to meet us at the Union building. We've submitted letters to say that we are coming on this day. We want to meet with him there to give him this mandate because clearly he has failed citizens. He's failed South Africans by failing to implement the law. That's the most important thing. We are going to give you a mandate. We, the people, shall govern.
Africa Update with Lulu Kabu on Channel Africa every weekday from 12 to 2 p.m. Heartlines, connecting you with Africa's love culture into the night on Channel Africa, the African perspective.
It is 11 minutes after 10 p.m. Central African time. Thank you so much for choosing us over the rest. DSTV's 802, if not 628 on OpenView HD. We are readily available for you on that SABC Plus app. Let's talk about the music that was. I see that we had a Shower, the remix by Flavor, and before that, beautiful one coming through, and that one by Belnas, and that one titled Kinamba Namba, alongside G Nako, Wozu, and Apuki, as well as DJ Juicy. I want to hear from you this evening, so let's have conversations. I want to start there. Let's start with the fact that you and I are here to talk. It's not you listening to radio. It's a conversation, a 2-hour-long conversation. And my hope is that you'll interact with us this evening, finding us on WhatsApp +27 6340 69126. If you are in Southern Africa, my question to you is, how are you coping? I just want to know how you're coping with this cold front. How are you doing it? Please let me know, because I'm out of ideas. Again, that number +27 6340 69126. Outside the weather, we're going to be talking about, firstly, how the African continent marks yet another milestone in its youth population growth. We have gone over 70%, and this is the sub-Saharan African region. And these are under the age of 30. And so how do we maximize on this youthful, I suppose, energy? How do we better utilize this youthful energy? One particular organization that's looking to mount onto that is Volunteer Now. And so Volunteer now as a platform that affords the youth opportunities to volunteer, but not just the youth, anyone and everyone. And the idea is that the platform connects you to those who are in need of volunteering services. And so we'll be speaking to Sharon Gordon of Volunteer Now, and she'll let us know how the systems work, the elements of safety, and how do they regulate, how do they vet volunteers, how do they vet NPOs and all these other organizations that you're being connected to. Those are some of the questions that will be coming your way. If you want to send through more, you're saying, Shayla, listen, I want to be a bit more meticulous in my questioning. Again, that number +27 6340 69126. We then find out from you. Have you been volunteering? Do you want to volunteer? The continent, the globe at large is going through quite a bit. And so are you feeling like extending yourself is the question? Is that something that is top of mind? Is that something that is far rear in the end of your thinking? To the extent where you're like, Shayla, not now. I want to hear all about it. Find us on X at Channel Africa 1, on Facebook at Channel Africa Radio. For now, it's back into the music.
Get Channel Africa on DSTV Audio Bouquet. Channel 802.
Unatege si matege yob, unatege minga matege nyum, unatege majang matege ndom, manetambia ninyane njobyayen, ngani bana matege mot, ngani lakiri watege ndong, esakina bia dinkido, manetambia ninyane njobyayen, tamtama mote tamzabike. Tam tama tonge tam zabike tam tam tama mote tam zabike mane tambia ninyane njobyayen onatege si matege yo onatege minga matege nyum onatege majang matege ndom mane tambia ninyane njobyayen ngani bana matege mot ngani lakiri watege ndong esakina bia dinkido mane tambia ninyane njobyayen tam tama mote tam zabike tam tama tonge tam zabike tam tam tama mote tam zabike mane tambia ninyane njobyayen tam tam hiyo amone majone ngani mori soli matalan change ayo amajang majange imoro zinyanga sobala atingmae day manamot abolga manaya matay manajonga lusi matuzai day manamot akar manaza matay manasusi masoma vale unatege si matege yo unatege minga matege nyum unatege majang matege ndom mane tambia ninyane njobyayen ngani bana matege mot ngani lakiri watege ndong esakina bia dinkido mane tambia ninyane njobyayen tam tama mote tam zabike tam tama tonge tam zabike tam tam tama mote tam zabike mane tambia ninyane njobyayen onatege si matege yo onatege minga matege nyum onatege majang matege ndom mane tambia ninyane njobyayen ngani bana matege mot ngani lakiri watege ndong esakina bia dinkido mane tambia ninyane njobyayen tam tama mote tam zabike tam tama tonge tam zabike tam tam tama mote tam zabike mane tambia ninyane njobyayen tam tam hiyo amone majone ngani mori soli matalan change ayo amone majange imoro zinyanga sobana atingmae day manamot abolga manaya matay manajonga lusi matuzai day manamot akar manaza day manasusi masoma vale unatege si matege yo unatege minga matege nyum unatege majang matege ndom mane tambia ninyane njobyayen ngani bana matege mot ngani lakiri watege ndom esakina bia dinkido mane tambia ninyane njobyayen tam tama mote tam zabike
Tune in and turn up the volume. This is Channel Africa. Africa has a voice, and that voice is Channel Africa. It keeps you in motion, speaking, singing, questioning, rising. Wake up with Rise and Shine 6 till 9. Peter and Asanda as they bring you breaking news, sharp analysis, and the voices that shape the day. At mid-morning, we get on the move with Palisa and Benjamin, digging into the African lifestyle, people, and the things that make Africa smile. 12 till 1, Africa Update with Lulu Kabu, getting in-depth, powerful stories, and the perspective you won't hear anywhere else. The Upside, 1 till 4, live and real, with Tepuho Likweleni and Nompumelelo Ngubeni. Tame Ngubeni talks money, Africa in business, 4 till 5 p.m. 5 till 6, we put on a little bit more color. Vue d'Afrique with Joel Moteba. We go to East and Central Africa and find Darubinia Africa with I Am Shakif. Madapiri gives us some life. Zochitika, 7 till 8 p.m. Maria Mokumalo comes in 8 till 9. We get some Lucifer knowledge. Kalodiscopia. 9 till 10. We take a look in Africa and beyond. Africa World Hour with Sipiso Makwetla. And we close it up with some love. The Heartlines with Shailen Dikumana. 10 till 12 p.m. on Channel Africa. Across borders, across time zones. On air, online. This is Channel Africa. Africa has a voice.
I put my eyes, touch good, my eyes, touch good. I cry, offshore, got my dreadlocks. Believe me, I don't pray, Mohammed, I don't pray. Come and beg, I can't stand for one place, for God's sake. My back, come and teach me, only you can feel my best. Give me vitamins, we're gonna take these pains away. So cold, so
It is 21 minutes after 10 p.m. Central African time. If you have just joined us, Malay there with that one titled So. Before that, beautiful music coming in by Sally Nyolo and that one titled Tum Tum. This is DSTV's 802, if not 628 on OpenView HD. You can stream us live. And I want to tell you a bit about YouTube. Yes, you are familiar with YouTube, so you can't say to me, Shayla, I don't know where to find your platforms. I don't have access to DSTV. I don't have access to OVHD channel 628. I'm not going to get an app right now because my phone's storage is full. Well, all of that can be put to the side because we are live visually on YouTube. Please do look for the channel Africa, and simply head over to Channel Africa and watch every single show being streamed live. With that being said, let's get into our next conversation, or our very first conversation in actual fact. And this, of course, is an opportunity to delve into stories of passion, purpose, and people. And of course, looking at the realities that these together can shine the brightest for the continent. Tonight, we dive into a movement that is practical as it is powerful. In a country where the youth unemployment, social inequality, and community disconnection often dominate the headlines, a solution is quietly and effectively making waves. Volunteer Now is more than just a website. This is a portal to purpose. Whether you're a high school learner chasing service hours, or a professional in search of impact, or simply someone with a heart to serve, this platform is revolutionizing the way we connect with causes. Now, joining us on the line this evening is Sharon Gordon, the CEO of Volunteer Now, and she's here to share, of course, how Volunteer Now is building a culture of kindness 1 hour at a time. Sharon, thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to Heartlines.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Let's just start off with the inspiration behind Volunteer Now. What was the inspiration? Of course, we have seen the headlines. We have seen the inability, or I suppose even the disappearing of Ubuntu. But why hop onto this platform where you are connecting people to NGOs?
Okay, so I think it started a while ago when my children had to do service hours for school. So all IEB schools in South Africa have got to do 20 hours of volunteering service for their life orientation curriculum. And the most difficult part about that was finding the opportunities for my children to participate in. You know, you don't want them going, you can't just knock on an NPO's door and say, hi, I've got a child here who needs to volunteer, and they'll accept him because they don't know who he is. They don't know what his skill level is. So that's when the idea started, was and another business that I'm involved in, an NPO, is Dignity Dreams, which is a washable, eco-friendly sanitary pad. And the biggest problem with it is that to find volunteers to help pack, distribute, educate. So I've seen the problem from both ends. I've seen it from the volunteering end and from the NPO end. And I thought, well, there needs to be a better solution where you can match the two. And that's how Volunteer Now was born. But more importantly, I think that in today's world, we've lost service. We've lost the opportunity to be kind. And we've lost the opportunity to participate. And hopefully this platform gives people that opportunity.
Sharon, let's talk about how the platform works. It's one thing to say we're connecting people who want to volunteer to these NGOs and other organizations that require the service. But what's the vetting system? What's the vetting process specifically for those who are going to volunteer and for those who will be receiving volunteers?
Okay, so it depends on what organization it is. So if you are going to be working with children or babies, if you are not having what we call active hours, which is where you're actually touching and interacting with the children, if you're going to be doing active hours, you have to have a police clearance certificate. We don't allow volunteers to participate actively with children unless they've got a police clearance certificate. The rest is, so we try and track where you, which school you're at, because obviously our first demographic that we want to service is the IEB curriculum. So we track which school you're at, whether you register online, we have all your information, you know, cell phone number, email address, school, grade, all that sort of stuff. And then for NPOs, obviously, we have your registration certificate to make sure that you are a valid and registered NPO. Other than that, we can't really do much more. But what the platform is making provision for is that when you volunteer, and let's just use Dignity Dreams as an example. Yeah. So you're coming to pack packs for Dignity Dreams. You arrive on time, you show leadership skills, you do the job properly, you don't skive off and go and sit on your phone, you really participate and you interact with the other people who are there. You get points for that. So when you are booking your hours, it's not just a case of, okay, Sharon Gordon did 2 hours with Dignity Dreams. It's a case of, yes, Sharon Gordon did 2 hours with Dignity Dreams, but she got 10 out of 10 for leadership skills. She got 8 out of 10 for timekeeping. She got 5 out of 5 for participation. And, you know, she showed kindness and friendliness. So you get points for all of that. And we have a leaderboard. So you can then see who is participating on a level that we want them to participate. Because we find that a lot of volunteers just do this because they have to. But the younger they start, so there's a school where they start volunteering and service in grade 1 already. And by the time they get to grades 10, 11, and 12, they're firmly in the service of others, and that those volunteers are far more valuable to people than those who just have to get their hours up.
Sharon, let's talk about the importance of these verified service hours. I mean, you gave us example by rating yourself, 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10. Why are those important?
Because I think you've got to understand why you need volunteering. So the first one is that you want to make a difference. You want to contribute to your society. You want to become a global citizen. So, making a difference doesn't mean just turning up. Turning up is the least thing that you can do. The second thing is that you're building a social CV. So if you are applying to a university, you have to fill in what service you have offered, how many hours, and you get references for it. So you build a portfolio around it, which you submit in your matric year. But for more than that, if you are doing President's Awards, those universities those hours are attached to the Duke of Edinburgh, which means you can then get into universities in the UK based purely on your social CV. The other thing is to connect with your community. So your community might need food. It might need you to read stories. It might need you to pack pads. And your community is what sustains you and looks after you. And the research is showing that the more you participate in your community and the more you give back in your community, actually the happier you are. So it's a mental health issue as well if you get it right. The other thing is to develop skills. Now, one of the things that I didn't realize is how much we lack skills. And I mean, I'm talking about children in private schools. They lack basic. This past week, we did an activation at a really exclusive school, and the children didn't know how to put up a banner. They didn't remember how to use a pair of scissors or how to cut an apple in half. Now, at Volunteer Now, we want to develop those skills into bigger skills, not just basic stuff, but actually skills that you can take with you into the future and into the marketplace. And I think that you also build your self-confidence by participating. If you come to a Volunteer Now event, which we run sort of every second Saturday of the month, so not every second Saturday, but not the first Saturday, but the second Saturday, you come and you actually do an event. Yeah. If you participate, you start building your self-confidence, you start meeting other people, and self-confidence can get you anywhere. I mean, you people know in your industry, without self-confidence, you wouldn't be anywhere. You wouldn't have those earphones on speaking into that microphone. And then lastly, it's about meeting friends. It's about, and I've been watching a couple of podcasts on friendships recently, and this guy's perfectly, it's true. There's books on leadership, there's books on how to be a CEO, how to be all sorts of interesting things, how to be a woman of power, but nobody teaches you how to be a friend.
Yeah.
Nobody teaches you how to maintain your friendships. And volunteering is the perfect platform to meet people that you don't not at school with, that you are not in your grade with, that you are not doing extra maths with. These are people outside your comfort zone, and you can meet them and they will become friends for life because you share a common interest and you share a common kindness.
The voice of Sharon Gordon, who is the CEO of this groundbreaking initiative that's making waves in the world of community engagement and social change. That is Volunteer Now. Send through your questions. Find us on +27 63406 9126. Now, Sharon, I want to get into the nitty gritties, right? We've sort of given an elaborate view with respect to the necessity for a platform like this and the importance of starting young. Now, we know that 70% plus of our population is younger than 30. So now those who are listening, who are younger than 30, who are thinking, listen, I want to be a part of this platform. I want to give of my time. I want to give of my smile. I want to give of perhaps the little I have in my pocket. How do they go about navigating the website?
Okay, so effectively you register either as an MPO or a volunteer, and until the end of June, this is all free. After that, we start monetizing because I also, oh, my cat's come to say hello. So one of the MPOs we've got on is actually a cat shelter. So this one doesn't come from there, but we do have them. Okay, so you basically go onto the website, which is volunteernow.co.za, and you either register as a volunteer or you register as an MPO. MPOs we first have to go through and get your documentation and all the rest of it. So it's a little bit more complicated in terms of a process. But once you've registered as a volunteer, you first have to be approved. So I go every day onto the back end to the users. I check out your profile. I see who you are. I see where you come from, which school, what grade, which company you work for, whether you're a mom, a dad, whatever, because you have to fill all that detail in. It's a bit of a pain to fill out the form, but it's the only way we can keep track of who's coming onto it. Once you've been approved, I approve it, you or whoever's doing the admin for that day, you will then get an email which says you've been approved as a volunteer. That will give you access to the site. So you then will be able to go and have a look at all the volunteering opportunities that are coming up, whether they are active or passive or virtual. So active is where you're actually participating in an event like Saturday. We've got an active volunteering. We're actually teaching people to crochet. I'm not teaching because I think I might stick a crochet hook through somebody's eye because I don't have the patience for it. But I've got some crochet teachers coming to teach people how to crochet, because a lot of the MPOs need scarves and blankets and beanies and twiddle muffs for people who have got Alzheimer's, and all of that can be crocheted. And you know, I learned to crochet when I was 4, so I've been crocheting for 60 years already, and most people don't even know what a crochet hook looks like. So I'm hoping to teach those skills on Saturday. And you would, so you'll have access to all those. So that's active. Passive is you can do it at home. So you can put together food packs, you can put together coloring books, you can do maths worksheets for early childhood development. So there's a lot of stuff you can do at home, but you've still got to book it. So you book that you're going to be delivering, for instance, 6 food packs, because 6 food packs will give you an hour. That food pack has got very specific instructions in what's got to be into it. And you then pack them, you book it, you deliver it. And then once all of that has been done, so just how the process works is, let's talk about the crocheting event on Saturday. You book for it. You've got to be approved by the person who's running it, because maybe you misbehaved last time and I don't want you back. I can say, no, you can't come to my event. But I can say, yes, you can come. You will then get an email which says, right, your booking has been confirmed. A week before, you'll get another email which says, don't forget your event on the 14th. This beginning of the week, you'll get one which says, don't forget it's on Saturday. And then the day before, you'll get another email which reminds you that you have to come to the event. The person hosting the event, the yarn people who are hosting this event, they will get a list of everybody who has booked for it. So they have got an attendance register, which they then match with the people who arrive. So if you haven't arrived, you get minus points because you booked the place, but you didn't take it and you've taken somebody else's place. I'm very keen on making everybody accountable for what they do. So, if you don't cancel your booking, you get demerits for it. So maybe you'll drop off the leaderboard. So when you arrive at the event, you then get checked in and you then participate in the event however well you want to. At the end of the event, you then go home and Sharon goes onto her profile and she says, right, I attended the crochet workshop for my 2 hours. I'm booking my 2 hours. The yarn place then gets notification that Sharon has booked her 2 hours, and they then have to confirm them and authorize them. And that sits on your profile. So it sits on the Sharon Gordon profile for as long as I am a member of Volunteer Now, which means you can accumulate all your hours until you need them for your matric LO portfolio. And then we print out, and I'm busy working on whether we could put it into a book for you, whether that's sort of an exclusive membership or whatever, but we haven't quite got there yet. But it's so all those hours sit there. So when you need them in order to give them to your school, or if the school has signed up, we then send them a quarterly report which says, right, all these children have participated in these houses. This is how many hours. These are the leaders. These are the leaders that you should be looking at for, in our day, we called them prefects. I know they've got another name now, but I can't remember. And so it helps manage that whole process. If, however, you just like you and I, who like to volunteer and we like to get involved, if you don't want to book your hours, don't book your hours, because it's just a feel good for me. For me, participating and volunteering is great for my mental health. I don't need the hours. St. Peter's not going to look at them one day when I get to heaven. You'll just know automatically.
I am pretty sure he has a different scoreboard with respect to that. Sharon, let's talk about, given that this is accessible to children, they might not necessarily know how they want to volunteer. Are there platforms for them to sort of seek counsel with respect to where they can go or sort of get advice on what they can do?
So it's divided into 9 different categories, ranging from animals to seniors and everything in between. So most high school students have got preferences. So they will say animals, or they'll say health and safety, or crafts, or seniors, or just trying to think offhand what they all are. But they divide it into categories, and you check the category that you want. At the moment, we're not as sophisticated to have WhatsApp groups for each category, but I'm getting there. It's a slow process. But the whole idea is that if you are interested in animals, you will receive notification of any new animal opportunity that arises. So you won't be getting 12 different notifications a day. You'll be getting the ones that are interesting to you. But you raise an interesting point, and maybe that is absolutely something we should offer, is a counseling platform to say, what I think where we could add value to you. So, thanks for that. I must remember to write it down as soon as this is finished.
And Sharon, let's talk about some of these success stories. And by this, I mean somebody who's come onto the platform, given of their time and whatever else, and have sort of given you feedback on their experiences.
So I think that it's a bit early for all of that. We haven't been going that long for it to have made that much of a difference. But what we have done just in the last 2 months is we have made 78 ponchos out of these, which are going to a community in the Northwest. We have packed over, I think it's about 250 dignity packs, which have gone to Diepsloot. We have, we're doing this crocheting one. I'm not sure how successful it's going to be because people have got to learn how to do it first, but I'm hoping that they'll at least have a skill. And then one of the really fun ones that we did is we made glitter globes. So you know what a snow globe looks like?
Yeah.
We made glitter globes for the sensory space in CMI. They deal with neurodiverse children. And this went into the autistic school and into the sensory space at CMI. So we've done quite a few really cool things so far. But I'm hoping that next year you'll invite me back and we'll have a ton more to tell. So, I mean, we've got a lot of Mandela Day activations coming up, obviously. So one of them is we're going to go and paint at the CMI. We are doing dog toys at a children's home, and we are doing food packing at a private school.
Sharon, let's get to that website platform again, if you could just reiterate that.
Okay, so it's volunteernow, one word, .co.za.
And this is exclusive to South Africa currently, yes?
Yes, look, I mean, I would love to have it across Africa as to make us a global community. But right now, it's just South Africa, but all the provinces, which is quite nice.
Sharon, thank you so much for joining us this evening. We will definitely be inviting you back because we'd love to get that feedback.
Thank you very much for the opportunity to tell you about my dream.
That is the voice of Sharon Gordon, the CEO of Volunteer Now, South Africa's online platform that transforms how we connect with meaningful volunteer opportunities. Perhaps you're in South Africa and you're thinking to yourself, hey, I want to do this too. I want to get onto the platform. I want to volunteer. I want to give of my time. Perhaps I want to put together food parcels. Please, please, please do reach out to the platform, Volunteer Now, and then tell us about it. +27 6340 69126 if you want to tag us because you're going to physically be going to these activations. Find us on social media, on Facebook at Channel Africa Radio, on Instagram, X, and TikTok at Channel Africa 1. For now, let's get some music.
We are on Open View's audio bouquet. Channel 628.
Tanzania ya leo imejengwa, imejengeka, vita Ubungo, Tazara, Zanyu, barabara tayari zinatumika, reli yenye viwango bora, standard gauge karibu inakamilika. Tanzania ya sasa mama, ai mama, ya Magufuli mama, ai mama, inawakawaka mama, ai mama, inapendeza sana. Tanzania ya sasa mama, ai mama, ya CCM mama, ai mama, inawakawaka mama, ai mama.
Africa is a story, a living, breathing, ever-evolving masterpiece. And for over 5 decades now, one voice has told it like no other. Channel Africa. More than just a broadcaster, Channel Africa is the pulse of the continent. African-led, African-run, and deeply rooted in its heritage. It's the only international station that speaks to Africa in its own voices: English, Kiswahili, Chinyanja, French, and Portuguese. The languages that unite 1 billion people. We have been there through every shift, every milestone, and every triumph. Not just reporting history, but shaping the conversations that define Africa's future. For brands, media planning, and advertisers, Channel Africa is more than just a platform. It's an opportunity. With 25 compelling shows covering current affairs, sports, business, music, and lifestyle, we deliver an engaging Pan-African audience ready to connect, invest, and act. Multi-award winning, internationally recognized, digitally accessible across the globe. When Africa speaks, the world listens, and Channel Africa makes sure of it. For business, for culture, for Africa, partner with Channel Africa, because Africa's voice is the future. Africa has a voice, and that voice is Channel Africa. It keeps you in motion, speaking, singing, questioning, rising. Wake up with Rise and Shine 6 till 9. Peter and Asanda as they bring you breaking news, sharp analysis, and the voices that shape the day. At mid-morning, we get on the move with Palisa and Benjamin, digging into the African lifestyle, people, and the things that make Africa smile. 12 till 1, Africa Update with Lulu Kabu, getting in-depth, powerful stories, and the perspective you won't hear anywhere else. The Upside, 1 till 4, live and real, with Debu Kholikweleni and Nompumelelo Ngubeni. Tame Ngubeni talks money, Africa in business, 4 till 5 p.m. 5 till 6, we put on a little bit of color. Heard the Freak, with Joel Mutima. We go to East and Central Africa and find Darubinia Africa with I Am Shakif. Mother Pire gives us some life. Zochi Dika, 7 till 8 p.m. Maria Mokumalo comes in 8 till 9. We get some useful knowledge. Kalodishkopia, 9 till 10. We take a look in Africa and beyond. Africa World Hour with Sipiso Makwetla. And we close it up with some love. The Heartlines with Shaylan Dikumana, 10 till 12 p.m. on Channel Africa. Across borders, across time zones, on air, online. This is Channel Africa.
Superman, nina power monga Superman. I'm gonna protect you monga Superman. Nina olimba monga Superman. Give you what belongs to Caesar. To Caesar, baby, I'm the leader. You what she touch it, deliver. Give you what belongs to Caesar. To Caesar, baby, I'm the leader. Deliver. Chocolate, big baller. My lady's coming to want more. She love the way I put it down, but even more, she love my aura. Shake like thunder, beat like drama. This right here is a la casama. Somebody please call emergency. The way the girl is hurting me, yeah. I like her, she a freaker. My wife, she a keeper. No one like her, she a sniper. My type of ghetto diva. I like her, she a freaker. My wife, she a keeper. No one like her, she a sniper. My type of ghetto diva. Superman, shawty say you want a Superman. Baby, you know you a superwoman. So you and I could be the super friends. Baby, I'm a lover, baby, I'm a pleaser. Give it to you harder, never will I tease you. Eat it like salad, call that a season. So when I'm in Rome, you should follow the leader. Give me what belongs to Caesar. To Caesar, baby, I'm the leader. You watch it, touch it, deliver. Give me what belongs to Caesar. To Caesar, baby, I'm the leader. Superman, nina power monga Superman. I'm gonna protect you monga Superman. Nina olimba monga Superman.
8 minutes before 11 p.m. Central African Time. Yo Maps alongside Omarion with this one titled Superman. Before that, we had Zuchu coming in, that one titled Tanzania ya Sasa. This is DSTV's 802, if not 628 on OpenView HD. And in this very first hour, we had an opportunity to speak to Sharon Gordon, who is using her platform to connect people with meaningful volunteer opportunities. The platform is Volunteer Now, currently operating in South Africa, all 9 provinces. Head over to volunteernow.com if you are looking to access some of these activations and passive ways of helping your community. You can register as an NPO as well, I understand. And so head over to the platform. In actual fact, it is volunteernow.co.za. In the hour that is to come, we'll be speaking about how legends in the music industry are transforming lives through their platforms, how they're looking to change the landscapes of their countries, specifically by introducing aid and introducing platforms that allow us to interact with one another, to engage one another, and obviously to lend a hand where needed. If you are a volunteer of note, you're saying, Shayla, listen, I've been doing this for quite some time, and I want to tell you about some of the platforms I volunteered for. Find us on +27 6340 69126.
When the sun goes down, we don't stop the talk. Channel Africa, the best nighttime radio. Hotlines, 10 p.m. to midnight, Central African Time, with Shayla Dukumana.
Tonight, I will catch a flight and come see you tonight. Hey, ooh, girl, I want to see you tonight. I will catch a flight and come see you tonight. 'Cause this distance is killing me for sure. So give me for more, give me meat on top. I want this, your love, oh. Say for instance, I do anything for love, anything at all. You feeling this or not? Make I know what's up, oh. I go take flight, and I will fly to you. I should they waste time, I feel they run to you, oh. I go take flight, and I go fly to you. I should they waste time, I feel they run to you, oh. Salty love, oh girl, you got me wanting more. I can't get enough of your salty love. Oh girl, you got me wanting more. Mash it, body, mash it, body. I don't wanna lose you. You get style, me I don't shibang, but I don't know no. So no time. And if you say you know, do I go and die? Me I don't balanga, I don't know no. I'm on a radar. I go take flight, and I go fly to you. I should they waste time, I feel to come to you. I go take flight, and I go fly to you. I should they waste time, I feel to come to you. Salty love, oh girl, you got me wanting more. I can't get enough of
Nighttime radio, just the way you like it. On Channel Africa, where the night comes alive.
Amour, oyebi ke nalela yo lokola kelao. Nakolinga ozala kaka yangai. C'est vrai.
Has a voice, and that voice is Channel Africa. It keeps you in motion, speaking, singing, questioning, rising. Wake up with Rise and Shine 6 till 9. Peter and Asanda as they bring you breaking news, sharp analysis, and the voices that shape the day. At mid-morning, we get on the move with Palisa and Benjamin, digging into the African lifestyle, people, and the things that make Africa smile. 12 till 1, Africa Update with Lulu Kabu, getting in-depth, powerful stories, and the perspective you won't hear anywhere else. The Upside, 1 till 4, live and real, with Tepuho Likweleni and Nompumelelo Ngubeni. Tame Ngubeni talks money, Africa in business, 4 till 5 p.m. 5 till 6, we put on a little bit more color. Vue d'Afrique, with Joël Moteba. We go to East and Central Africa and find Darubinia Africa with I Am Shakif. Madapiri gives us some life. Zochi Tika, 7 till 8 p.m. Maria Mokumalo comes in 8 till 9. We get some useful knowledge. Kalodiscopia. 9 till 10. We take a look in Africa and beyond. Africa World Hour with Sipiso Makwetla. And we close it up with some love. The Heartlines with Shailen Dikumana. 10 till 12 p.m. on Channel Africa. Across borders, across time zones. On air, online. This is Channel Africa. Africa has a voice, and that voice is Channel Africa. It keeps you in motion, speaking, singing, questioning, rising. Wake up with Rise and Shine 6 till 9. Peter and Asanda as they bring you breaking news, sharp analysis, and the voices that shape the day. At mid-morning, we get on the move with Palisa and Benjamin, digging into the African lifestyle, people, and the things that make Africa smile. 12 till 1, Africa Update with Lulu Kabu, getting in-depth, powerful stories, and the perspective you won't hear anywhere else. The Upside, 1 till 4, live and real, with Tepuho Likweleni and Nompumelelo Ngubeni. Tame Ngubeni talks money, Africa in business, 4 till 5 p.m. 5 till 6, we put on a little bit more color. Vue d'Afrique, with Joël Moteba. We go to East and Central Africa and find Darubinia Africa with I Am Shakif. Madapiri gives us some life. Zochi Tika, 7 till 8 p.m. Maria Mokumalo comes in 8 till 9. We get some useful knowledge. Kalodiscopia. 9 till 10, we take a look in Africa and beyond. Africa World Hour with Sipiso Makwetla. And we close it up with some love. The Heartlines with Shailen Dikumana. 10 till 12 p.m. on Channel Africa. Across borders, across time zones. On air, online. This is Channel Africa. Africa has a voice, and that voice is Channel Africa. It keeps you in motion, speaking, singing, questioning, rising. Get the news, music, and lifestyle of Africa on Channel Africa, the African perspective.
sonanje dilambo la teme sengate musique mwa une betruka momempe bensiba amebiana wasotamba ya ete joba jeba de bebe robola besoka belo de uma motote na yao esoka besoka na besoka besoka na besoka besoka na besoka o mato imese bana besoka na besoka
Africa is a story, a living, breathing, ever-evolving masterpiece. And for over 5 decades now, one voice has told it like no other. Channel Africa. More than just a broadcaster, Channel Africa is the pulse of the continent, African-led, African-run, and deeply rooted in its heritage. It's the only international station that speaks to Africa in its own voices: English, Kiswahili, Chinyanja, French, and Portuguese. The languages that unite 1 billion people. We have been there through every shift, every milestone, and every triumph. Not just reporting history, but shaping the conversations that define Africa's future. For brands, media planning, and advertisers, Channel Africa is more than just a platform. It's an opportunity. With 25 compelling shows covering current affairs, sports, business, music, and lifestyle, we deliver an engaging Pan-African audience ready to connect, invest, and act. Multi-award winning, internationally recognized, digitally accessible across the globe. When Africa speaks, the world listens, and Channel Africa makes sure of it. For business, for culture, for Africa, partner with Channel Africa, because Africa's voice is the future.
Sonjo de bangwenge kana na singa mani kabyana ni sati de nyawenge tona sula modi de no bebe obina nyamo na bena no ngebe abo batumbe mabluko. En fait, on dit à tout le monde que à Ponda to lambo mota na on to lambo ke inya mwenge nya komi awasi tonje moto na onge ni Ponda yende pum lambo wonde moto ta abe no mloku mwa tata besoka Lambole Olanda son. Obesoka na besoka. Obesoka na besoka. Aima. Pasonda ne. Mumba ngala tibono. Masisi. Ligaso. Nazingere baswa mshiki. Yeah. Gine pasa munja one o mboa kuzenga su yala temba vele ni muna salsa. Ni salsa yisonde salsa yena nyako me o manja. Enfin be kwa besi no langa na edu bana ni kanya interesse wa tenwa. Na bina e kwarango ya wenge edina ba bese betumbi o besuka na besuka. Wanamba besuka na besuka. Sontamba. Ouais, after son. Oyo so somba mwende. Na bina umelondi. Oyo so baso. Mbappe na sao ojingia. Mbappe na ben lamlambo okwala. Mbappe na andiso na whisky na soda. Do besuka na besuka. Enfin, kwa basu bendi wana babu kate. Niponda ndi besuka na besuka.
It is 10 minutes after 11 p.m. Central African Time. Basoka on Salsa, and this by Black Bones. Before that, we had Nalingi Yo with Monique Tendai. And kickstarting off the triple play, Southie Love, this by Peruzzi and Fireboy DML. DSTV's 802 is what you're listening to, if not 6 to 8 on OpenView HD. We're also live on YouTube. If you want to see live footage of the shows you love and the shows you hold dear to you at Channel Africa, please head over to our YouTube platform. And what I love about that is that you can always watch it the next day. If you want to catch perhaps a conversation, you're thinking to yourself, listen, I missed this, why I didn't start with the show. I'm too tired to engage with the platform now. You can always head over to our YouTube page, and there you go. You are listening to the show. Time for us to get into what superstars of the African continent are doing to change the landscape of society. Batonga was founded by Angelique Kidjo in 2006 with the purpose of transforming the most vulnerable adolescent girls in Africa into powerful women. Angelique's message is unique. She celebrates Africa as a land of hope and talent and sees its youth, particularly its young women, as an investment for the future. Determined that all girls and young women must choose their destiny, Angelique works tirelessly with Batonga and the team to develop best practices. These girls meet and see that Angelique Kidjo is a force for good, that she leads by example, dignified, ambitious, and fearless.
Hotlines bring you fresh perspectives about love after dark. With Sheila Dukumana.
Thank you for joining us tonight. I hope you will have fun. We have a lot of surprises for you tonight. And celebrating this moment with us is also celebrating the moment with the girls, young women that are not here. We will show them this video, and for once, they will stop asking me, who care and why do they care? We want to see the faces of the people. Thank you for coming tonight. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Angelique, and welcome to Batonga end of year event. I am Aidege Seidi, country manager for Batonga in Senegal. Tonight will be a very special night. We are going to show you the amazing work that Batonga is doing. We will be in Benin, we will be in New York City, and of course Senegal. We will show you the important work, the amazing work that Batonga team is doing. So during the end of year event, the hour we will be spending together, you will see a QR code that will give us the opportunity to donate, to participate, and continue the support you are providing to Batonga. I thank you in advance for all the support so far, and ensure that all the support will be going to girls and women in communities. And now, let's go to New York, where Batonga held a donation dinner 4 weeks ago. and it was a blast.
Thank you. How exciting is this? We are out and about. We are without masks. We are smiling. We are eating. We are drinking. We are celebrating tonight. An organization that is near and dear to my heart and to your hearts as well. So welcome and thank you for coming. As mentioned, we've sort of weathered this pandemic. And as an organization, Batanga has not only survived, we've actually thrived because of the support of all of you. We've grown our donor base. We have gone from a $250,000 investment from the MasterCard Foundation to a $6 million investment, multi-year investment. They believe in us, we believe in us, we believe in women like Natasha, who you'll hear from tonight, so I will be very brief, because that is the voice that you need to hear. But I am absolutely thrilled to be here, and on behalf of the board, Batanga's board, there are many board members who could not be here tonight physically, but they're here in spirit, and more importantly, they've written checks. So, thank you to my fellow board members for their support. I'm pleased to announce that we have also expanded our programming to Senegal, so that's a new thing for us. If you've heard Angelique, which we've all heard her talk about her father and the importance of working with bringing the men and boys along, we have taken note, and we have introduced a new component to our programming where we are intentionally working with boys and young men. So we are really excited about that. And I've got a little announcement to share with you. We won a major award, an innovation award, the MIT Innovation Award. And that, highly competitive, did a presentation. I forget the number of organizations that were competing for it, but it has now enabled us to introduce a podcast that's going to help accelerate our advocacy efforts. It's going to be girl-led content. They're going to design and curate the programming for this podcast. And if any of you out there are podcast fans, you know that they could be pretty impactful. And we're looking to reach over 1 million people, 1 million young women all over the world with this podcast. So thanks to to this MIT Innovation Award, we will be able to do that. So we're really excited about that. So kudos to the team. Kudos to the team. We are on the precipice of being able to have a significant impact in terms of our programming in West Africa, and not only through our direct efforts, but the work that we do to bring others along, bring other organizations along, to partner with others. The generosity of us in sharing our tools and our strategies and our approaches with other organizations, I think enables us to be much more impactful in terms of the work that we do. So again, just want to thank you for your support. Want to encourage you to continue to support us. Feel free to be uber generous.
Thank you so much, Aleta. Small or big contribution can go long, long way. And now, I'm going to introduce you to Mary.
Thank you so much, Ida. I am Mary, a member of the Batanga family. I often think about how grateful I am to be part of an organization that touches so many lives through your help. Now, let's leave New York and go to Benin and meet Natasha and Wens, two amazing team members who are going to tell us what they do.
Batonga is working in 15 communities, so in central Benin. Right now, we've moved to like 50 communities. And in those 50 communities right now, I will focus more on the first 15 communities where we have set it up our young women business circles. So right now we have, before we have 50 young women business circles for the pilot. So for this kind of project, we give $200 to each young women business circles. So within those 50 young women business circles, 1,121 women were enrolled. So one circle received $200. And after a year of pilot, they have 65% of increase of this seed funding. So these were the kind of changes that really impact us. And while they were sharing the profit by the end of the year, because within our program we said, we're not going to craft something and bring it to you. We're going to work together, so it's a co-creation process. So when at the end of the year they were sharing their profit, I've seen some women they were so happy, so excited to have their money back, their profit. And I realized that right now we have 111% of increase of receipt funding. So from 65%, we are now in 111% of increase of receipt funding that we gave us. So we build the young women business circles. So inside these circles, we have, for example, like agriculture. So we have women farmers who are farmers. We have agro-processing food, so like 65% ag processing business, like cassava derived product. And in my country, in Benin, we call it, for example, gari. When COVID-19 hit us, we cannot go within our communities. So we were so fortunate enough to have this brilliant idea to have the radio programming where our lessons are broadcasted. And within this program, we have our adolescent girls and young women, and especially our mentors, whose capacities were built in order to really broadcast or do those lessons within the radio stations. So while doing that, we have some contract with communities radio, and right now, when COVID-19 is finished, we know that when we go within those communities, people who didn't know, they are within the community, but they didn't know about our programs, they will be saying, oh, so you're from Batonga, so I heard about you. I heard this girl's voice in our radio, and she was talking about this. Please tell me, I want to know more. And we have right now more than 1 million people who are really impacted with our radio programming lessons. And I was fortunate enough, it was only the AGL program, Adolescent Leadership Program, but right now we move it also to Women Economic Empowerment, where we invite women role models to share their experiences with the communities, just to enhance our women, just to share with the community that when a woman has sustainable income generation, she can really help not only her children, herself, her children, but also it can have a ripple effect within the community. So those are the things that we're doing with the radio programming. And as Alita just said, we are moving also to podcast. So big things are coming.
Odilo, Bogosin sacru beta loco sun tome. But odilo. Bogosin sacru beta loco sun tome. Odilo. Bogosin sacru beta loco sun.
Tune in and turn up the volume. This is Channel Africa.
Gaga music. Larry, mad over heels for you. You're touching my heart, it's true. Feed I sacrifice for you. For your body a Scooby-Doo. Nobody holy pass. But when I see you, I'm also cool with temper. Are you a Bugatti in December? Hey. I rock a body that rocks my body. Do you rock a body that rocks your body? Good for loving, don't hurt my body. Just open me, I'm sorry. Cause I don't want to. I don't wanna pay for the fee. Don't wanna feel bad when we cheat. Right now, I'm not it. Oh, I don't want to be. I don't wanna pay for the fee. Don't wanna feel bad when we cheat. If not try to live, oh, I'm not it. It don't matter whether you be a jackpot, but all my love don't cost a thing. What you want, I will bring. What you need, I will give you. That's the one of the surest thing. But you must have to discover. Open the door, I'm giving you enough, but you were asking for more. If you enter my hand, though, I'm looking for more. I've been the fall mugu, but not anymore. I'm mad over heels for you. You're touching my heart, it's true. Man feed I sacrifice for you. For your body a Scooby-Doo. Nobody holy pass. But when I see you, I'm also cool with temper. Love is January to December.
Hey, you see, monkey they work shift. Now babu they chop fish. Because if you see me finish, now why you insult me? Carry all this billing, give me, they put me for long thing. You work by Luke Johnson, one let you run shit. That's nice, it's okay, don't stop. The breakfast is enough for the whole club. Let's see where they serve and today, tomorrow go job. Why your boy did my back since they follow me come, who be in grandpapa? Go shy yak banga. Tell her say no be by muzzle, make it calm down now. I buy flower, I don't go, I call banana. You make me tough, come on,
mad over heels for you. You're touching my heart, it's true. Man feed I sacrifice for you. For your body a Scooby-Doo. Nobody holy pass. But when I see you, I'm also cool with temper. Love is January to December. You have to make I rock a body that rocks my body.
27 minutes after 11 p.m. Central African Time. Baba, Larry Gaga and Fowls on that one titled Mad Over Hills. Welcome to Heartlines. Shayla and Dikumana keeping you company for the next 33 minutes as we continue to find out what Batonga is doing. Now, Batonga addresses the pressing issues faced by adolescent girls and young women most in need on the African continent. We focus on dismantling the norms and barriers holding them back and help them transform their potential into power to lead healthy, independent, safe and fulfilling lives. Angelique Kidjo was the first woman to be listed among the most 40 powerful celebrities in Africa by Forbes magazine.
Heartlines. Taking you into the night with love stories, fresh music, and inspiring voices from across Africa.
So I wanted to, why is it kind of so important that the girls that you're working with have an opportunity to learn about business and have an opportunity to support themselves? Can you talk about the kind of situations that they're in and how it helps them?
So I'm going to answer this question by sharing a personal story, because I myself, I grew up with my mom, so I was raised by my mom. So I know my dad when I was 28 years old. So my mom really is a resilient woman. And if I am here today, I usually say I'm here because education was free, because she didn't have these financial means to put me at school. So while having these opportunities, I said, okay, if I am here today, it is because people like you, people like mind-blowing people, give opportunities to average people and raise them up from darkness to light. So I see in my mom every African woman who is struggling to make ends meet. So, for example, in our program participants, every time that I go to our communities, seeing them working passionately, despite all those struggles, despite all those challenges, I told myself, okay, those are like my moms, or I portray myself into the adolescent girls and say, okay, if we give them the opportunities, if they have those business, if they generate sustainable incomes, they are going to thrive. There will be, some like me. So giving them the opportunities is the best thing because they know really well what they need. So working with them, I realized that women really know what they want. We have just to give them the opportunity and they will seize it, they will grab it.
And speaking of growing, I wonder if you could talk a little bit about your expansion plans and particularly, what you would be able to do with, some more generous funding from those who support the program.
Thank you, Julian. This is an interesting question. So, if we have more donations, we're going to really generalize the technology thing in all our 150 young women business circles. And then one of my baby projects is the vocational training centers. Because the vocational training centers, we have collected some data, and some women share their need with us. Those women said, okay, we do not want to be entrepreneurs. We want to learn some, we want to be in a vocational training. We want to be in some male-dominated fields. So we do not have access to this within our communities. And this kind of project will really impact some many, many lives because within those centers, we will have vocational training centers. We will have technology centers. We will have ag processing centers. And it's not like a building, but it is the skills that are coming through these centers. It is the ripple effect that those women will have within their communities and the country. So please help me realize this kind of project.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Natasha, for sharing the amazing work with the Young Women Business Circles. And thank you to all of our donors who made this event successful. It's now time to share an exciting piece of news. Batanga is coming to Senegal. For those of you who don't know about Senegal, it's the most western country on the African continent. It's one of the main gateways to the African continent. We have already identified and set up our office space ready to welcome and launch our programs in 2023. So here we go, Senegal.
Batanga in Senegal is going to target women and girls from rural areas. And we have decided to launch the programs in Kolda and Seju. You know, those areas that have been for years areas that are facing conflict army and that now are free, and we want to accompany the girls and women to really strengthen their leadership, but also economically empower so that they became really actors for the change and the development we aim for these areas.
Hi everyone, my name is Mary Nyong, Global Director of Support Services for Batanga based here in Senegal. My role at Batanga involves enabling program teams to deliver programs on the ground by providing a strong operational platform. I'm really excited to announce that we are rolling out new programs in Senegal. Hold the date, 2023, second quarter. It's coming in Senegal as part of the global strategy. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum, bonjour, je suis Oumoubaï, la responsable du programme Adolescent Girl Leadership pour soutenir le leadership des filles au sein de Batanga, Sénégal. Notre programme Adolescent Girl Leadership a pour ambition d'accompagner, de soutenir les adolescents du Sénégal âgés de 12 à 18 ans, spécifiquement dans les régions de Kolda et de Sédhiou. Nous comptons toucher 1250 jeunes filles dans chacune de ces régions. Pourquoi ces régions? Parce que c'est des régions dans lesquelles nous retrouvons beaucoup de problématiques. Les violences basées sur le genre, les mutilations génitales féminines, le mariage d'enfants. Des régions dans lesquelles les femmes ont encore des difficultés à s'autonomiser économiquement et sont encore dépendants de leur sphère familiale, de leur ménage, ce qui les empêche d'être de véritables actrices de développement. Fort de ces considérations, Batanga Sénégal a l'ambition d'accompagner et de soutenir les jeunes filles. Certes, le Sénégal a beaucoup progressé en matière d'autonomisation des femmes à travers la loi sur la parité, à travers la loi criminalisant le viol, mais encore il y a beaucoup d'efforts à faire pour arriver à l'autonomisation économique des femmes et à booster considérablement le leadership des filles. Sur ce, je lance un appel à toutes les bonnes volontés pour venir nous accompagner dans cette noble mission afin de permettre aux jeunes filles d'être des actrices de changement, non seulement pour elles-mêmes, mais pour leur communauté, mais également leur permettre de saisir les opportunités de ce monde. Merci.
Bonjour, je suis Ariel Messan de Batanga, Bénin. Je suis en visite au Sénégal pour une formation sur notre nouveau système comptable dans le cadre d'améliorer les compétences au niveau local au Bénin et au Sénégal.
Bonjour au Sénégal, je m'appelle Absa, je suis la programme manager de WII, Women Economic Empowerment à Batanga, Sénégal. Bienvenue au Sénégal où nous allons rencontrer nos vaillantes femmes des régions de Sédhiou et de Kolda qui ont vraiment besoin de notre appui, de notre support pour devenir de vrais entrepreneurs.
Hello, my name is Tiano Abdoulaye. I'm currently at Batanga, Senegal, that we are setting up based on our experience from Benin. I'm the finance officer for the country and global in order to push or develop the leadership of women and girls. Thank you.
Thank you so much to our fantastic team here in Dakar, my colleagues Aida, Umu, Absa, and Cherno. Come visit us when you have a chance and get to discover this country and its warm people. I spent a lot of time talking about the great work that Batanga does in Africa. But let's also hear it from our New York City guest.
Batanga is the future.
For me, Batanga is hope.
To me, Batanga is tenacity in the face of challenge.
And how could you not love Batanga when you work for women?
To support an organization that cares about young women.
I'm here to support the children, and Batanga is love.
I say that Batanga is invaluable.
Batanga is such an inspiring organization with women's empowerment, girls' education, creativity, vibrancy.
And I believe that the future of Africa is the future of all of us, the planet, humanity, and the best way to solve any of the issues facing the planet is by empowering girls, and that's what Batanga does.
This is a good way to end an amazing evening. Let's all enjoy an exclusive performance by Angelique Kidjo, recorded in New York. Thank you so much for your continued support from all of us at Batanga and the communities we serve. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Over to you, Angelique.
No interruptions, just the music you love on Channel Africa.
Things are falling apart, yeah. I tell you, times are hard, yeah. But a woman takes it all in her stride, yeah. Yes, a woman never lets down her pride, yeah. Throwing praises to it, singing that love and to love thee. Throwing praises to
Africa is a story, a living, breathing, ever-evolving masterpiece. And for over 5 decades now, one voice has told it like no other. Channel Africa. More than just a broadcaster, Channel Africa is the pulse of the continent. African-led, African-run, and deeply rooted in its heritage. It's the only international station that speaks to Africa in its own voices: English, Kiswahili, Chinyanja, French, and Portuguese. The languages that unite 1 billion people. We have been there through every shift, every milestone, and every triumph. Not just reporting history, but shaping the conversations that define Africa's future. For brands, media planning, and advertisers, Channel Africa is more than just a platform. It's an opportunity. With 25 compelling shows covering current affairs, sports, business, music, and lifestyle, we deliver an engaging Pan-African audience ready to connect, invest, and act. Multi-award winning, internationally recognized, digitally accessible across the globe. When Africa speaks, the world listens, and Channel Africa makes sure of it. For business, for culture, for Africa. Partner with Channel Africa because Africa's voice is the future. Africa is a story, a living, breathing, ever-evolving masterpiece. And for over 5 decades now, one voice has told it like no other. Channel Africa. More than just a broadcaster, Channel Africa is the pulse of the continent, African-led, African-run, and deeply rooted in its heritage. It's the only international station that speaks to Africa in its own voices: English, Kiswahili, Chinyanja, French, and Portuguese. The languages that unite 1 billion people. We have been there through every shift, every milestone, and every triumph. Not just reporting history, but shaping the conversations that define Africa's future. For brands, media planning, and advertisers, Channel Africa is more than just a platform. It's an opportunity. With 25 compelling shows covering current affairs, sports, business, music, and lifestyle, we deliver an engaging Pan-African audience ready to connect, invest, and act. Multi-award winning, internationally recognized, digitally accessible across the globe. When Africa speaks, the world listens, and Channel Africa makes sure of it. For business, for culture, for Africa. Partner with Channel Africa because Africa's voice is the future. Tune in and turn up the volume. This is Channel Africa.
Abeda Show. Motema nange kokyotika kobeta kasi kotika kolinga yote alingaka yo watu eputu malgré ba peine nous offert subir naye nasimbika kapilon ya espoir. Président Big Master Kulutu Bernard de Witt Montfort. Folie à passage. Abeda Chou, crois-moi s'il te plaît. Oh, unité de mesure à Bollywood dans la KM sans mesure. Abeda Chou. J'couche. Médard Kadima de Boston. Popol Moupassoula, merveille Bopé l'international. Passé nangele qui effecté bawenyo so bakufa marte ya bolingo basangifi makila na bango banokisa mvula makilele kimvula ya noe po bafidele bakota na masuwa ya bolingo benfidele bachola peut-être que kodiminue effectif ya bato bazokufa na calamité ya bolingo. Tozaba esclave lelo nandi moto yozo yetola ekokipe kotumba yo. Eske yozo yokabe ite kolela nanga ite abed ashu. Eske yozo mwana ite kolela nanga ite abed ashu. Le roi soleil ya Nozi Mwamba, ya mama Eugénie Paluku, ya Albert Mboyo Ekofo. Ndenge mokili ngengaka na soleil moko abed ashu. Pourquoi pas motema na yo betaka kaka pona moto moko ngaye. Pourquoi tu te poses trop de questions? Aime-moi comme moi je t'aime. On s'en fout de la vie des autres. En amour tu sais combien je t'aime. Passion fali eza ndule passion nanga te bolimo na yo abenda chou. Eske yo zoyo kaden kolela nanga ite abe ashu. Eske yo zomo nanga ite kolela nanga ite abe ashu.
Ya Michel Kabea, ya Sami Mikobi le Strateko, Gigi Palmi la Palmeret.
Abede ashu na bando sala nyonso tu. Je ferai tout ce que tu voudras. Mais promets-moi que tu m'épouseras. Je veux alliance, le nom, l'amour. Moi j'ai envie de croire à tes paroles. Habibi, tu es à moi. Et moi je t'aimais. Pona moka ya bolingo biso nyonso tolelaka ipare tozaba esclave. Lelo nandimi ke moto yozo yetola ekoki pe kotumba yo. Mawana ngaite kolela na ngaite abe ashu. Eske ozo yeba ngaite kolela na ngaite abe ashu. Eske ashu ozo yeba ngaite kolela na ngaite abe ashu. Etel ngombe ngaite kolela na ngaite abe ashu. Oh, Samilia ou Soule Kauka, Olivier Ndombasi, Pichou Ndombasi Naluta, Fergani la merveille, et j'ai quitté Bassel Chou, Junior Mwabilou, Papa Satar, Jenna Basiala Saïdoussi, Golbi Levalois, Cyprien Anzolo.
It is 9 minutes before the show comes to an end. Fali Pupa with a song titled Alliance. Before that, trips all the way to the southern region of our beautiful African continent that's currently frosted. That song by Malay titled Musadi. It has been a beautiful pleasure keeping you company, speaking all things volunteering with purpose and being, I suppose, given access to organizations that require these volunteering services. We had that conversation with the CEO of Volunteer Now, that is Sharon Gordon. And then we found out what Angelique Kijo is getting up to with the Batonga family. Time for us to hand over to Morris Touch of the Afro Republic. Sir, good evening to you.
Shaila Ndikumana, how are you doing?
I am fantastic. How are you? How are you coping? That's my question. Is it cold there in Bulawayo?
Freezing. Temperatures have started dropping and they are dropping it's not funny at all. It's not funny at all.
It's emotionally charging. That's what it is. What can we expect on the show today?
I'm just laughing your jacket and I'm saying to myself, okay, corporate branding.
Absolutely. All right. Morris, what are you trying to say? What? Say it with your chest for management, Morris. What are you trying to say?
Who should I call? Which button should I press?
All I'm saying is management hears you. Management hears you. Morris, what can we expect on the show today?
So much. It's chilly. The sound that you are getting today is the sound that will definitely warm you up. Depending with whatever you are doing. If you are studying, we are going to be the right partner for you. We've got the greatest sound from the motherland. As always, we come through between 12 and 3 a.m. So there's so much to look forward to. We've got our connection point coming through at 10 minutes to 3 o'clock. I look forward to that. Yesterday, we spoke about Banjul. Do you know a city called Banjul?
Yes. What did you talk about?
Just trying to find out if my team, the team that I had yesterday, had an idea where you find the city of Banjul. And I discovered that it sounded so foreign to them. But you know what? That's what we get to do. That's the beauty of trying to connect and get to understand the continent of Africa. So that's what we'll be doing. But otherwise, it's going to be an epic show full of good music and music that will definitely warm your winter up.
Okay, we're looking forward to that. Hopefully, no trick questions today. Did anybody guess it right, by the way?
No one yesterday. No, but maybe if you can get them out of their misery. So I'm sure Francis is there with you.
You sure who?
Francis is there. Who's your tech operator today?
Absolutely. It is Mr. Francis. The city of Banjul in Gambia, yes?
Yes. That's like a high five to you.
I will do that for myself. Thank you, Morris. I will look forward to hearing from you this morning, in actual fact. The voice of Morris Touch of the Afro Republic, broadcasting live from our Bulawayo studios. Listen, it's been a pleasure keeping you company. We'll do this again tomorrow between 10 and midnight. I was about to say next week. How can I say next week? We're doing this again tomorrow on a beautiful, I was about to say Wednesday as well. It is Tuesday, in actual fact, the 11th of June, 2025. For now, please do take care and don't touch that dial, because up next is Mars Touch.
Heartlines. Taking you into the night with love stories, fresh music, and inspiring voices from across Africa.